it's Nick, and today in my adulting series, I wanted to talk about commuting tipid tips because sinong gustong hindi magtipid when it comes to transportation? Because you know what I found out? I paid a total of 55,000 pesos for Grab in 2018 alone. So that's a lot of money. And I think because of that, I've come to a realization of like, how can I be more kuripot when it comes to transportation, but still find a somehow convenient way to go home and go to work. If you guys want to know why I stopped riding Grab to work and also how I survived without Grab, then let's get on to the video. Okay, so first is why I stopped riding Grab. It was convenient at first and a relief, to be honest, like for you guys who are riding Grab. It was like, I think 1 to 2 years of me working. I would always ride the bus, jeep, shuttle. Basically, I would ride public transportation. But when there was Grab, there was Uber, it was like, oh my gosh, parang meron akong personal driver. And that's how it felt like at the beginning. And the amount that you pay is not as excessive as a usual taxi would be, and you don't even realize that you're spending so much when you ride it almost every single day. And that comes to my second reason right now, which is ang mahal na, guys. Hindi na nakakatuwa. Just to give you perspective, I usually am around BGC and Makati. If you pay 200, 250 pesos, sometimes almost 300 pesos just between those cities, it's crazy. And the worst thing about it is that sometimes you can't even get a Grab right away. There was a time that I would get Grab share and it would take me like an hour before I get home because there would be so many stops. If you guys have experienced Grab share, then you know what I mean. If you just pay 180 to 200 for one ride going home, like you'd be fine with it. But if you do it 3 times a week, 5 times a week, hindi siya nakakatawa. And you realize that a big part of your salary goes to transportation to go to work. So I really had to rethink how I can better spend my money for transportation. And I think the worst part also was that I realized that I was becoming too dependent on getting Grab. When I was in college or first years of me working, I would be sobrang sipag ko maghanap ng ways to commute. Like, I'd ride the bus kahit walang aircon, mag-jeep ako kahit mainit, mahaba pila, same with shuttle. Like, I'd always ride those because I know na mas makakatipid ako versus if mag-taxi ako. But then since the Grab, I realized na just because I'm earning more or because I've been working more, I felt like I deserve that kind of convenience. But then when you think about it, like in the long run, it's not ideal because when you sum up again all of the amount that you spend on transportation just for Grab, it's a lot of money. But what I realized is that hailing a taxi or getting a Grab through an app is not necessarily adulting because you're too dependent on something that gives you convenience when you should think of other ways to be resourceful and being more wise in spending your money when it comes to transportation. Again, that's just more of me because nung nakita ko yung amount ko talaga last year sa Grab, hindi nakakatawa, ang dami kong ginastos. So now, I'm gonna talk about how I survived without using Grab. So basically, this video is really for those of you guys who really use Grab a lot more than you realize, especially those who are coming in fresh to work. Grab has become so prevalent. There's Grab share, which you think is cheaper than grabcar, you know, but then again, if it adds up, it's a lot, especially if you're just starting to work. So this is for you guys, and I feel like I want to share that kind of fulfillment when you're able to save on something that you don't even realize. First is, in terms of being resourceful, it's really up to you in terms of the resources that you have around you. In the company that I work in, we have a company shuttle in the morning. So it picks you up at 8 a.m. in the area I'm close at. It's just a walk away, like 5 minutes away. And I realized that before, I wouldn't ride it every single day because I had to wake up early to be able to ride that shuttle at 8 a.m. But it's free. So when you come to think about it, if I ride it every single day, it's like I don't spend anything going to work if I just ride the shuttle, if I just wake up early. So the solution was just wake up early. The thing is, it's so easy to say it right now, but at that time, I'd be so lazy just to wake up an hour earlier. So say the shuttle is at 8 a.m. I'd wake up at 7, sometimes 7:15, and I would rush my ass off so that I would make it to that shuttle. I'd be sweating, you know. Either I'm in a rush or I don't make it at all because I feel like I'm so lazy. Because in my head, I'm like, pwede naman ako mag-grab eh. What I realized was that since I would wake up different times in the morning, I couldn't train myself to wake up early and ride the shuttle because in the back of my head, I had the option of pwede naman ako mag-grab eh pag nakita ko nagising. So I said to myself, what if I just stuck to waking up every day at 6 a.m. so that I have 2 hours for leeway to not rush, and that's basically what I did. It's been a month since I've done that, and I haven't missed a company shuttle ride since then, and that in itself, I felt so fulfilled because it meant that I didn't spend a single peso going to work, except the time that the company shuttle would have coding. I would look for different ways to go to work, which I will talk about later. I feel that it would really merit something if you just woke up early and really plan how you're going to work instead of just like, you know, when your alarm goes on and you're like, no, I really want to sleep. Gusto ko ba matulog? Isang oras na lang, please. Pwede naman ako mag-grab mamaya. That's where the trouble lies. It's because you have that more convenient option, and that more convenient option entails gastos. Second solution that I found, which is that to take carpool through the Wonder app. It's a carpooling app wherein it's actually working professionals in that area where you want to go who already have a car, and on the way to work, you could ride with them. I'm not sponsored by Wonder whatsoever. I just wanted to really share with you guys how this app really changed my life, as in I recommend it to everyone in the office who are really struggling with spending so much on Grab. It's so easy if you really plan it. So you just have to schedule a ride, say for example BGC to Makati, and then at a certain time you will find drivers who are also working, like work professionals who own their own cars, who will also pass by the same route, so you will be able to ride with them and carpool with them. For example, every Monday morning when we don't have a company shuttle, I'm able to book and schedule a ride through the Wonder app, someone that I could carpool with who's in the area that I'm near. So I ride with that person who also goes to in the city that I work in. So I basically just walk, I walk like 8 minutes to the pickup of where the driver is, and then he's able to drop me exactly in front of my office. And you know how much I spent just for that one carpool ride? 50 pesos. Instead of paying legit 200, sometimes 220 pesos from Makati to BGC, I just pay 50 pesos through Wonder. And then going home, we also have a company shuttle. I could ride if I wanted to, but then I would like to have the option of me going home a lot later because I still have things to do in the office or I'm going to the gym. With Wonder, I was actually able to find already a regular driver that I carpool with every single day from work. So there's already a fixed area where he picks me up, and then he's able to drop me somewhere close to my place where I just need to take a 5-minute jeep. In total, I spent around 59 pesos going home every single day. You could also either pay in cash or you could use the wallet, and it's basically like adding credits to your credit card or debit card. You just add credits inside the app and you're able to pay the driver through the app also, so you don't need to bring out cash. For me, it's more convenient to pay through the app because sometimes I don't have the exact amount. So yeah, Wonder is like a life changer for me. For just to give you perspective, like I would spend 3-5 average for my Grab a month when I last checked, and now I'd average, maybe with Wonder, I've only spent 1,300, which is an insane difference. And the last thing that was able to help me out in surviving without Grab is that I was able to have a morning and night routine. So how did that help me out is that basically, if you plan how early and how late you sleep, then you'll be able to backtrack what time you need to go to work or what time you need to go home. For example, in the morning, I know I'm fixed in my mind I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m. because if I don't wake up at 6 a.m., I won't be able to ride the shuttle, and I don't know if I'll be able to find a Wonder ride at that time. I'll be left with riding Grab. For the night routine is that I said that I needed to sleep on or before 11 p.m. so that I'll still have 7 hours of sleep when I wake up at 6 a.m. So if I wanted to sleep at 11 p.m., I needed to be home by 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m. I kind of gotten used to that routine so that I know by 9:30 I'll be able to ride Wonder and I'll be home by 10 or 10:30. So I'll be able to sleep by 11 and I'll be able to be equipped to wake up at 6 a.m., have 7 hours of sleep, wake up at 6 a.m., ride a company shuttle or ride Wonder, and then do the whole routine again and ride Wonder going home. So now, what is the result of me boycotting Grab? I still have Grab, okay, just in case, but on the day-to-day, I don't use Grab anymore. Okay, so what's the result of this, I'd say, lifestyle change? First is I've saved so much money already. Like, I can feel it. Think that the same fulfillment or satisfaction that you get when you buy something or when you shop is just as the same when you're able to know that you're saving so much money. Like, it's insane. Like, that's the first time that I've really come to that realization. Ang sarap pala ng pakiramdam pag nalaman mo na nakakatipid ka or na nakakaipon ka talaga. And second is I became less dependent and less stressed of circumstances. Again, before when I would use Grab, I'd be so annoyed pag wala pa yung driver, or I'd be so annoyed na ang mahal ng surge or ang mahal ng fare, and it would already stress me out. Imagine stressed ka na bago pa makarating sa work, or stressed ka going home because you have that feeling na, oh my gosh, ang mahal ng binayad ko pero kailangan ko na umuwi, so whatever na. It's not a good feeling that you have. Instead of, you know, being more focused and putting your energy into more important things, like when you're at work or when you're with loved ones, you're with your friends, and it's not something that you rant about anymore. So we go to the third thing, which is that it's so rewarding to be in control. There are things that you can control, there are things that you can't control, and for this instance, it was something that I can finally, I'd say, can control. If I have a fixed waking time and sleeping time and routine, I was able to really pattern the transportation. Just to have that feeling that you are not a victim of circumstance. Like, I know that's deep stuff, but sometimes we victimize ourselves that, wala ganito kasi malayo ako kasi, you know, like, we always blame the circumstance, when in fact, if you just maybe woke up earlier, or maybe if you just planned how you're gonna go home, then maybe you could save a lot more. By the way, if you're hearing a construction sound in the back since I've been talking, I'm so sorry. Like, it's really, it's happening right now. They just wanted to do that while I'm shooting, so yeah, I really suggest you guys think about the things that I shared. I feel so much lighter and I guess so much happier knowing that I don't need to spend so much on transportation, because it's crazy. It's a rewarding feeling knowing that it's part of being also an adult, looking at other resources, being more efficient with your money, and not just think about what's convenient now, but actually planning ahead so that you'll be able to save money, earn money, and put it in places that add value to your life. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this types of videos, and thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any requests as part of my adulting series, feel free to comment down below. I love replying to you guys, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!